Hi. So today I wanted to come here and read a story, rather a dialogue between a traveler, a seeker, and a greatest saint in the human history, Sri Adi Shankaracharya. I received this message from my guru, my teacher, and I've already read it a dozen times. Whenever I read this dialogue, this conversation between the traveler and the sage, it brings me a lot of clarity, calmness, peace. So I thought I wanted to come here and wanted more and more people to know about this conversation, these dialogues, and the wisdom that's been shared through this little story. So I wish to read it exactly how I received it. I'm not sure who's written this, but it is it just brings so much of peace and calmness. So it's called The Traveler and the Sage, Adi Shankaracharya's teaching on illusion and reality. I'm going to read it word by word. For many months, a lone traveler walked barefoot through mountains, forests, and river. He slept under the open sky and often went hungry. His body was tired, but his mind kept asking one question: if this world is an illusion, then what is real? He had heard about this young sage named Adi Shankaracharya. Though still very young, people spoke of his wisdom as deep and ancient. One statement linked to him troubled the traveler most: this world is an illusion. This single sentence pushed the traveler to leave everything behind and search for the sage. At last, the traveler found the sage sitting quietly beside a river at sunset. The sky gloomed, the water flowed gently, and everything was silent. The traveler bowed down and said, Master, I have given up comfort, family, and possessions to ask you one question. If this world is an illusion, then what is real? The sage smiled calmly and replied, Sit down. Before asking what is real, first show me what is illusion. The traveler said, Everything is illusion: the trees, people, river, body, emotions, all of it. The sage replied, Then why do you walk so far? Was your pain illusion? Was your hunger an illusion? Was your hope that I would answer you illusion? And the sage lightly struck the traveler's foot with a stone. The traveler cried out in pain. The sage asked, If the pain is illusion, why did you cry? The traveler answered honestly, Because it hurts. The sage smiled and said, Good, pain is real, suffering is real, the world is real. What is illusion is how you understand this world. The sage went on explaining. You do not see the world as it is. You see it through your mind, through your fears, desires, memories, and belief. Illusion is not outside you, it is inside you. He continued. The rope is real, but thinking it is a snake is illusion. The night is real, but the fear of night is illusion. This world is real, but your judgment about is illusion. Pointing to the river, he said, The river exists. It quenches thirst and reflects the moon, but the idea you attach to it, good or bad, holy or ordinary, those are illusions. The tree exists. Calling it beautiful or ugly is illusion. The body exists. Calling it young or old, important or unimportant is illusion. What is real is real. What you add the mind with is an illusion. The traveler softly asked, Then what is real? The sage replied, That which does not change is real. Everything you see changes. Day becomes night, youth becomes old age, birth becomes death, form changes, but something remains. The river changes, the wave changes, the drop changes, but water remains. Water is real. In the same way, the body changes, thought changes, emotion change. but awareness remains. That awareness is real. The sage said, the world is not false, but the world as you imagine it is false. When you stop judging and labeling, the world is simply present, neither good nor bad, neither illusion or truth. It just is. Truth is not something to believe, truth is something to see. And the traveler asked, seen by whom? The sage replied softly, by the part of you that never changes. Not your thoughts, not your mind, not your emotions, but your pure awareness. Silence followed, but it was peaceful silence, full of understanding. The traveler closed his eyes. He was no longer thinking, he was simply aware. The river was flowing, the sage was there, his body was there, but inside him was something calm, vast, and untouched. The sage spoke one last time. The illusion is not that the world exists. The illusion is believing you are separate from it. When a wave thinks it is separate, it suffers. When it knows it is water, it is free. When you know you are not the body, not the mind, not the name, you are free. The traveler opened his eyes. There was no question left. Not because it was answered, but because there was no one left to ask. He bowed not to the sage, but to the life itself. The river flowed, the sky remained, and what was real quietly remained real. So that was the story, that was the dialogue. And yeah, like every time I read it, it brings me so much of calmness and peace. So I want you to leave, I want to leave you with the same peace and calmness. I hope the story, this conversation answered or shifted something within you beautifully. Thank you.